welcome to another RSR. Tonight we are reviewing CF Montreal 2, Vaughan Azzurri SC 0. In the preliminary round of the 2023 Canadian Championship, Montreal wins, and they go on to face Toronto FC in a quarterfinal 401 derby at BMO Field early May. It's going to be a big match, but I'm not so afraid because 2-0 for Montreal, that's all they could muster, is a 2-0 win over a League One Ontario side, the League One Ontario champions of 2022, Vaughan Azzurri SC. Vaughan fought hard. They fought hard throughout this match. The first 30 minutes, they were fighting hard. And they could have had some goals too. They could have easily kept themselves alive in this match, and they honestly did. Not exactly, but they kept hope alive, so to speak. Montreal did not look that good. Yeah, they rotated, but they've been horrible all season. Even a rotated Montreal to the level that they rotated should have been able to handle Vaughan pretty heavily. 3 or 4-0 by the half, 5 or 6 or 7 by the full time whistle. And that's what it is. Personally, I think by the full-time whistle, this should have easily been 3 or 4 at the half, 5 or 6 full-time. That's what it should have been. But goals were scored as follows. 31st minute, Sean Ray with a banger. Ball played in to Sean Ray at the top of the box. He takes a banger near post and puts it into the net. 1-0 Montreal. Then Sanusi Ibrahim gets it off the corner, puts it into the net. Or Sean Ray was off the corner. Sanusi Ibrahim takes a shot, puts his shot on goal into the net. 36th minute, 2-0. Good goal by Sanusi Ibrahim as well. 2-0 at the half, and there are no goals in the second half. It'd be 2-0 at full time. Vaughan, they fought hard. They fought heavily to try to win this tie. And happily so, I think. For Vaughan, I think they could keep their heads held high. Because Vaughan fought. Every ounce of their hearts went into this game, and they honestly could have done more than just lose 2-0. They could have been even closer. And that's the saddest part of the game, is that Vaughan, they could have beat Montreal. It was never easy for Montreal in this game. Stats are as follows: 25 shots to 4, 11 shots on goal to 1, 64% possession to 36% possession, 542 passes to 311 passes, 84% pass accuracy to 67%, 16 fouls to 11, 4 offside to 0, 0 yellow cards to 2, 0 red cards to 0, 14 corners to 2. Even though those stats seem super overblown towards Montreal, I don't think that this game was that dominant for Montreal. I don't. I think they won, and I would say slightly deservedly so. They did what they were supposed to do, at the very least. This game should have been a lot more of a blowout. They legitimately just said, yeah, we'll do what we got to do. We'll play the game, we'll play it out, and we'll win. But after they scored 2, they could have scored more. They could have scored 3, 4, 5, 6. And they just sit there and say, no, we'll take 2. We'll take 2, is what they're saying. And that's exactly not the way they should have done it. I think they partly took 2, and they partly also just said they weren't good enough to get more. They didn't have the great finishing to get more. Their finishing was not good enough. It just wasn't. Overall, their finishing was not good enough. And they should have been more clear in the way they played. Under Losada, They've had a bad season. This is their second win. They've won 2 games, which is 2 more than they should have won. It was a heavy, heavy fight for Montreal just to win by 2. And that's the thing, is they should have won by more. They should have won by more, and they didn't. And that's the thing, is Montreal were the better team. This is true. Were they that dominant? No. No, they were not. They did enough. That's the way this game is. They did enough. And that's what really shows me that even in the quarterfinals, when they go to Toronto to play Toronto in the quarterfinal, I don't think they have a chance. I legitimately don't think they have a chance. The only way for Montreal to win against Toronto is Derby BS. Is in a derby. That it just goes their way. They play it out like that it's a derby for a Canadian Championship semifinal. I don't see them talently outplaying Toronto. I don't see their talent outplaying Toronto. I don't see their coaching out-coaching Toronto. I think Lasada sucks as a manager. I don't think he's that good. I don't think Bacala is good either, but I'd say Bacala is more experienced. Bradley. So I don't see the coaching out-coaching Toronto. I don't see the players outplaying TFC. Montreal should honestly not win the quarterfinal. They should not be going to the semifinal. Simple as. If they do, it's Derby BS. It's Derby BS that puts Montreal through. Simple as. This quarterfinal is Toronto's heavy favorites. Toronto are heavy favorites unless Montreal start getting into form. But I don't think they will. They suck. They suck. A 2-0 win over a League One Ontario team is not good enough, even if you're rotated as much as they did. It's not good enough. Toronto should easily beat Montreal in the quarterfinal. And if we don't deserve to win the Canadian Championship. Point blank, period. Yeah, I'm saying that as a Toronto fan. Come on now. Point blank, period. Toronto doesn't deserve to win the Canadian Championship if they don't beat Montreal. Somebody that bad, they don't deserve to win it. They don't. So they should win that semifinal or that quarterfinal, get to the semifinal, and see where that goes. Montreal are not good enough for anything this year, whether it be Leagues Cup, whether it be MLS Cup, whether it be Campeones. They can't play Campeones Cup, but you get my point. Canadian Championship, they're not good enough for anything this year. They're not. They're not. So it'll be interesting to see that quarterfinal. But again, Vaughan should not have been that close to winning. They should have not been that close at all. Simple as. So we'll see how it turns, but Montreal are not good enough to beat Toronto. They weren't even that good enough to beat Vaughan. Simple as. So that's how it looks for me. That's how I feel about it. Toronto should beat Montreal. Montreal aren't that good. This game was a total clown show, pretty much. It should have been more. You want me to believe that you could beat Toronto? Win by 5. Win by 6. Do what the bare minimum is to look dominant. You didn't. Simple as. So with that being said, if you like this video, like and share, subscribe, you know what it is. Tell your friends, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification once subscribed, send super chats on live streams, comment on this video, put us in playlist, share it with friends and family, all that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for a live watch along and review of USA versus Mexico in the Continental Classico 2023. I'll see you then. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.